Woo! What's going on, guys? Owners Forum coming at you guys today again, and we had some shenanigans going on today in the NFL. We have a new NFL draft order. Teams are jumping up and down, moving back. Well, what does this mean for the Detroit Lions? Okay, teams are moving up and down, acquiring draft capital for the future and for the 2021 draft come this April 29th to be exact. Now, the San Francisco 49ers moved up from number 12 to number 3 today. They trade with the Dolphins. The Dolphins go all the way back to 12. Okay, they trade. And the Dolphins, right after the trade got put through, they go from number 12 to number 6. They go back up to number 6 with the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles fall back to 12. Multiple picks involved, but we have a new order, and it goes like this. Now there was a bunch of multiple picks, kind of irrelevant to what I'm going to talk about right now because it's like second round picks, future number ones, blah blah, this and that. I'm talking about how this is going to affect the Detroit Lions. Now we have a new order. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars at 1, they stay there. New York Jets at 2, they stay there. We have a new one at number 3, San Francisco 49ers from 12 to 3. Falcons stay at 4. Cincinnati Bengals stay at 5. Now the Miami Dolphins go back to 12, come back up to 6. They're at the 6th spot right now. So all in all, they fall from 3 to 6 when it's all said and done. Now the Detroit Lions stay at 7, obviously because they haven't made any trades. So what does this mean for our Leos? Okay. Now this is what I'm going to do right now, guys. I'm going to just do a 1 through 6 real quick. What I think is going to happen this come April. It's in a month now, almost a month exactly away. Now, let's go over the new order, okay? Jacksonville Jaguars, who are they taking? Quarterback, Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. It's pretty much in stone. Nothing's really changed for the past year or since December, say. Since December when we all knew that the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to be the number 1 team picking in the draft. Number 2, the Jets, okay? Quarterback. Now, Zach Wilson had his big day today. He had a pro day. Looked good out there. Robert Saleh in attendance, the new head coach for the New York Jets. I think they're going to go Zach Wilson. Could they go Penei Sewell to protect Sam Darnold? I don't think so because Sam Darnold has been in trade talks for the past, couple months now. Nobody's really biting though, but I think they still draft the quarterback. They draft the kid out of BYU. So I'm going to go Zach Wilson to the New York Jets. With Sewell as a possibility, but I don't think so. Apparently, Robert Saleh, too, being a defensive guy, is in love with Micah Parsons, a linebacker out of Penn State. I don't think he'll get drafted at 2. I don't really think so, but you never know. But I'm going to go quarterback Zach Wilson. Number 3, the 49ers go from 12, move up to number 3. Now, if you're moving up from 12 to number 3, guys, it's either you're in love with a franchise left tackle, franchise quarterback that you think is a franchise quarterback, or a franchise, usually defensive end / all stud linebacker. You know what I mean? John Lynch, the GM out of San Francisco, has made it clear that he is trying to say that Jimmy Garoppolo is his quarterback of the future, and they really have no plans of trading him. I think that's a load of bull. You don't trade from 12 to 3 unless you think Sewell's going to be there. Unless you think Sewell's going to be there. Penei Sewell, the left tackle out of Oregon. Or unless you think there's going to be a defensive end. There's no defensive end in this draft that should be picked at 3. I think Gregory Rousseau is the best option there, but he's not going at 3. And then could they go Micah Parsons? Could they go with the linebacker and add to an already disgusting, great defense in San Francisco? Could they? It could happen. But I don't think so. I've been reading that they are enamored with quarterback Trey Lance out of North Dakota. So I'm going to go Trey Lance is the number 3 pick for sure by the San Francisco 49ers. That's my guess, and I just can't see them moving up, hoping that Penei Sewell is there, or hoping maybe even a Rashawn Slater. I don't really see it. Now the Falcons, they stay at 4. They got a lot of problems too going on. They have an old quarterback in Matt Ryan, 37 years old, 38, whatever he is. Still productive, but I think they go quarterback Justin Fields, the quarterback out of Ohio State. He move around. He's got a great arm. He's got all the intangibles that you love. Got all the measurables that you love. And I think he's the quarterback of the future in Atlanta. And I'm pretty sure that's where he's from, Atlanta too. I think he's from that area. Could they go Micah Parsons at 4? Because they need defense bad, and he's by far and away, I think, the best defensive player in this draft, Micah Parsons. Could they go him? But there's a little bit of a maybe, there, but I think it's going to be Justin Fields. I think it's going to be Justin Fields. So now the Bengals at 5. They stay at 5. Penei Sewell is going to be there. If he's there, bang, he is took for sure. I know Joe Burrow, the quarterback there, is actually trying to fight to get Jamar Chase on this team, his former wide receiver at LSU. Apparently, the organization does like Kyle Pitts a lot as well, but I don't think they can pass on the franchise left tackle and not protect their franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow. So I think it's going to be left tackle out of Oregon, Penei Sewell. Now the Dolphins, what could they do? They got Tua as their quarterback. Now all the quarterbacks, all the top 4 quarterbacks are gone. Now you got Mac Jones sitting there waiting to get picked sometime. Now I don't think Mac Jones is going to get picked in the top 10. I don't really see it. I don't think there's no point in it. But the Dolphins, they need some things. They already have a really good defense. I think they might need some weapons. Tua went to Alabama. Apparently he is pining for Jalen Waddle and/or Devontae Smith, who were wide receivers at Alabama as well and know Tua very well. So what are the Dolphins going to do? They can do a few things. They already have Laramie Tunsil as their left tackle. Could they pick Rashawn Slater and put him at right tackle, right guard, or whatever they could do at any spot that this kid can play? Could they go that route? Could they take Jamar Chase? Could they take Devontae Smith? Now I think the Dolphins are going to make Tua happy, and I think they're going to give him Jamar Chase at number 6. So let's do a little recap, guys. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence, New York Jets quarterback Zach Wilson, 49ers quarterback Trey Lance, Falcons quarterback Justin Fields out of Ohio State, Cincinnati Bengals left tackle Penei Sewell out of Oregon, and then the Miami Dolphins, I think, go wide receiver out of LSU Jamar Chase. I personally I'm kind of a little bit standoffish on these wide receivers, not because I don't think they're good. I think they're great wide receivers, but I think Tua gets his guy. Jamar Chase, I think, is an excellent wide receiver, but I think he's more of an Anquan Bolden type. Devontae Smith, I'm actually petrified of his size, how skinny and how little he is, but he is super productive. And who's the other wide receiver? Jalen Waddle. His size kind of concerns me too. As well, being 5'9", 5'10", 180, 185 pounds. I don't think that's number one material, but he is a burner. He's got that Tyreek Hill type speed, but he's got some injuries going on too as well. I think he blew an Achilles. So I think the Dolphins just stick with Chase because I think he probably is the best option. It's either going to be Chase or Devontae Smith. So I'm kind of still on that one. So this leaves the Lions. This leaves the Detroit Lions. I think Micah Parsons falls right into their lap. And Rashawn Slater could possibly fall right into their lap. Now, this is going to be a real hard decision for Brad Holmes. You know what I mean? Brad Holmes. Not Ron, Brad. That's his name, Brad Holmes. Never said Ron, by the way. Doesn't really matter. That is for you, you troll. You know who you are. So this could be a very interesting thing of what Brad and company do with this pick. Now, if they have Micah Parsons in front of them, they have to make him the pick. They have to make him the pick. He has to be the pick. He's the game-changing linebacker that you're not going to get in this draft. I think the next best Linebacker, I think the next best linebacker in this draft is Zaven Collins. No disrespect on Kamara from Notre Dame. I just don't like his size. You know what I mean? I've been saying that Koromoa as probably is the number 2 linebacker, but the more and more that I see of Collins, I think he's the second best linebacker in his draft because I think he does everything well. He does everything well. Plays the run, can drop back in coverage, can rush the quarterback, can get into the backfields, sideline to sideline, even for a big fella. He's like 255, 260 pounds. He's a monster of a linebacker, and he can move. I think he's the second best linebacker in this draft. And you're not picking that kid, Collins, at number 7, though. I don't think you can let a Micah Parsons or even a Rashawn Slater. So I'm having a real struggle with who to take at 7, but I'm edging it towards Micah Parsons. I know this team wants to run the ball and they want to sustain the lead, but I think it starts with the defense. It starts with the defense. You want to run the football? Okay. Starts with the defense first. You got to hold leads, you got to score points, and you got to put your offense in position to score points. It starts with the guy at Micah Parsons. Now, Micah's not going to be the guy that's going to solely save this team. Not a chance. There's no way he's going to be the guy that's going to solely save this. He's going to build around a guy like this. I think he'd be taking Rashawn Slater. I'm okay with the Rashawn Slater. I'm on Team Parsons. I love Slater as well, but I think you got to take the game-changing linebacker because he's not just a 2-down linebacker. People, please stop comparing this guy to Jared Davis. He's not Jared Davis, okay? Just because they have kind of the same draft profile doesn't mean anything. They're not the same linebacker. Parsons is faster. Parsons has better instincts. Parsons can get to the quarterback better in college anyways, okay? Davis had a little bit of giddy up to the quarterback in the pros a bit, but not as in college, okay? Not in college. Now, it's a whole different story in college, NFL, right? But I'm just saying, I think Micah is more of a playmaker. People are scared of his off-field problems, which I'm not hearing really nothing about. We're a month away from the draft now, and you're not really hearing too much about it. He had his pro day the other day, yesterday, I believe, and was asked about it, said he's made mistakes in the past, doesn't want to dwell on it. He was young, obviously, and it's time to move forward. Now, like I said before, hazing is a part of sports. It's a part of football, especially. I've been a part of it. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes on during hazings, but some of the allegations against him are pretty gruesome. They're pretty gross. You know what I mean? They're a little bit grotesque, a little bit uncalled for, obviously. But it's all allegations. It's all allegations. There's nothing to it right now. They're not talking about it. So we're only a month away. So now, in 2 weeks from now, it could get brought up. It's going to get brought up. You're going to hear a story. It's going to get brought up again. There's going to be teams that are going to bust out articles. There's going to be things that get leaked out now within the next month on all kinds of different players. Because you're going to get players, you're going to get teams that literally force this issue. Because this is what happens in the NFL. Issues get forced now, especially bad things, just like when Josh Allen got drafted, tweets that he did when he was a kid, saying dumb stuff. Micah Parsons with allegations of what he did to some of his teammates during this hazing. Can't get into it, but Google it. You'll see. That's all allegations. Apparently, Yetur Gross-Matos, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, from the Carolina Panthers, who was drafted by the Carolina Panthers last year, was, I guess, involved in a situation too. So there's a lawsuit going on against the school and all that from apparently another teammate that Parsons and other guys were involved with. So I don't know the whole full extent of it. What happened? I don't know what happened in the actual room, but you know what I'm saying? But as a football player, this is the guy you got to take. He is going to be there at 7. That's what I'm really trying to get at. This kid is going to be there because it's set up to be 4 quarterbacks taken in the top 5. It's completely set up. Trevor Lawrence, Wilson, Trey Lance. Fields, boom, all 4 studs going off in the top 4. You know what I mean? Then you got your stud left tackle going to Cincy. Then you got probably the best wide receiving prospect in Jamar Chase going 6. And then the Lions are going to have a pick of probably Parsons or Slater. And I'm telling you, I want Micah Parsons. I'm not going to be that upset. Well, I don't know. I might be a little bit upset if they go Rashawn Slater. But I'm telling you right now, I want the playmaking linebacker. This team desperately needs a superstar on defense. They need a game changer. A guy that they can build with Romeo Okwara. Him right behind Romeo Okwara playing some linebacker, that's a nightmare for a lot of teams. That's nightmarish. You know what I mean? Romeo can just build off that, and Parsons can build off Romeo back and forth. You know what I mean? The stunts, the schemes that they could come up with for these 2 animals is absolutely mind-boggling. It's a match made in heaven. Apparently the Lions have been in close contact with Micah Parsons as well. Means nothing, but I like that they're getting involved with the kid. Obviously, they're getting involved with everybody. They're attending all the pro days. They've probably talked heavily to every wide receiver because we need wide receivers heavy too, but I don't think that's the way to build. But that's it, guys. That's how it falls. Now we've had a shift of teams rotating in and out now. Teams jumping up, teams falling back. Philly's out of the equation in the top 6. 49ers jumped in. They are taking a quarterback. It's a 99.9% chance I think they're taking a quarterback. That's just my opinion. And then the Eagles, they're gone. They're out of the top 7, out of there. And the Dolphins come in there. The Dolphins come in there, and they could go a couple different ways. They could even maybe go Parsons too at 6 and build and grab that defense. So I kind of hope not. Parsons is in there. Parsons is in there from 3 to 6 for sure. He's in there from 3 to 6. He's going to be a guy that's going to be talked about. So, but I think Parsons is going to fall to 7, and we're going to snag him up. Him or Rashawn Slater. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the video. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bottom right. Hit all my videos. Hit notification bell. Get all my videos and like and comment, even if you're a troll. It's fun. I'll get back to you, okay? And I won't report you because I think you just make yourself look foolish as it is. So that's on you, and just shows how what you're truly about. And if you got to make fake accounts, good for you. Go Lions, let's go.